Hi, guys, and welcome back to Investing in New Hampshire with me, Carla Garrick. Welcome back also to my favorite guest, Miss Brittany Ping. How you
Thanks so
doing,
much.
lady?
Doing all right.
Yeah, so we have some exciting properties, like super exciting properties. Like I had to be like, I want to buy this properties to talk about. But just to remind everyone who's listening, please go to tinyurl.com/porcupine pics. That's porcupine with a C. And come sign up for our newsletter so that we can let you know about these wonderful opportunities that will bring you to the Free State, either as an investor or as someone who's going to move and live someplace. So this one is on the west side of Manchester, where both Brittany and I live. And I will just say before I let you tell everyone about this wonderful 2 unit. For me, living on the west side means a lot of advantages, a lot of great things. There are literally hundreds of porcupines, so hundreds of free staters who live in the area. My favorites are there's the Piscataway River Park where I go hike with my dog. I can take her off leash. Beautiful river with like old cranes and cardinals and even a porcupine or two I have seen. The Quill is on this side, and of course Rock Rimmon, which is literally like a 200-acre park
Yeah.
right here on the west side. So this one on Heavey Street, tell us a little more about what's up here.
Yeah, so this is in a really excellent park, kind of smack in the middle of the west side. You're right off of the Amoskeag Circle on exit 6 on 293. So you're kind of sandwiched between the highway and Rock Rimmon. It's a really good, you're right next to a cute convenience, TMZ convenience. They're right on Bremer Street. This is right at that intersection of Heavey and Bremer. It is a duplex but it's 3 stories tall. So this is showing the vacant unit, which is the second and third floor of the building. So it's a really cool, it's a 3-bed, 2-bath is vacant. The 3-bed, 1-bath on the first floor is rented at $1,800 currently, which is pretty decent. Fair market rent is about $2,000 for a 3-bedroom. But you really, so you have some room to grow that one if you don't want that longevity tenant, or you could keep them with a higher rent. And really you have the opportunity to rent that beautiful vacant unit. It looks like it's ready to go. With the photos, just do your diligence, things like that, obviously, but you could bring in about $47,000 to $48,000 a year projected revenue, with not too big of a stretch. Like that's not even stretching and going the highest end of the market on either of those units, in my opinion. So that's really nice. Or if you wanted to rent there and keep that person paying $1,800, that's paying about half your proposed mortgage, depending on how much you're putting down. We talked about a duplex on the west side just a few weeks ago, 18 Queer, and this is pretty similar. It's on a little bit less land. It does have a shed. The shed does have electricity according to city records. Do your diligence there. We called it like a she shed.
Where we go
But
hide.
that one did sell at 500. So this, I think, is listed, appropriately, $499, $999. They don't want to hit that 500 number, but it's been listed for a few days. They've got an open house coming up. I think it's a really good opportunity for somebody, whether they wanted to owner occupy or come in and get their first piece of investing in New Hampshire.
I think those are great points, and I hear from a lot of people who are looking for a place where they can stay, rent something out, build some capital, and I think this one is really perfect for it. If someone's a free stater who wants to be like, I want to come, I want to make sure that I get a property on the west side, but also something that's income producing. I really can't think of a better.
And it's a 2,000 square foot vacant unit. So if you're like, I'm going to come and then kind of direct my own purchase when I go buy that forever home. Listen, I live in a duplex right now. If you're like, that's not my forever home, but I can control when I move out of it. It's a really cool unit. 3 beds, 2 baths, 2,000 square foot. That is pretty unique to the west side, which means you have a unique rental when the time comes, if this is what's going to get you here.
Yep. And there's a partly fenced in backyard, which of course means, if you have a dog, which some people do, that is an option. There's a large patio. There's that shed you mentioned. It has really good natural gas. And then the boiler was replaced in 2015, I believe. So really, this one should be attractive to someone who is looking to make the move. Or, of course, if you're just looking to invest because you want to, own a little piece of the Free State, this one is a good option for that because, as I said, there are lots of our folks sort of who happen to gravitate to this neighborhood.
Hey, West Side is the best side. Listen, I'm always going to advocate. Obviously, we want you to invest in New Hampshire. That's our goal. That's what we do. That's what we do for a living. That's what we do, as our calling, as it were, right? But I love West Manchester. If you want to hear the downfalls, maybe go to someone else.
Best. I like that. Moving on then to I'm not even going to call it an imagination pick, because this one is like the dream pick. I mean, it's going to be for the right buyer. It's on the higher end. It is 3 million plus, but the price has just recently come down. And this one is special. Like, if I was still living in New York City or San Francisco or one of the more expensive places, and I was looking for that great escape to New Hampshire, this is very, very, very appealing. So it's a really sexy, natural, charming 4-season campground that, tell us more. I mean, it's 76 acres and there are all these crazy buildings. So
it has this beautiful refurbished colonial house. So you don't have to, you don't have to live off the grid. There's 11 furnished off-grid sites. There's a bathhouse for those sites to be able to use. There's this beautiful A-frame. There's a yurt. There's the storage, what are those called? The storage container off-grid cabin. There is a storage grid CrossFit style gym set up for amenities. There's a recreational storage shed set up for amenities. Like, this is already, you don't have to have imagination. This isn't showing you some empty, train depot. This is somebody said, I'm going to create this amazing short-term rental space. I'm going to live in it and I'm going to operate it. And now it's for sale. So it's functional. It's got great reviews operating as it is. You could try to purchase, that capital as well with that $3 million and continue it on. It's really cool.
It's really cool. It's also, we would be remiss not to say, it is on water. There is a beautiful stream that's coming from, through the property. There's
it's got 2 sandy beaches. Yeah.
You could swim, you could tube, you could kayak. There's views in the winter. I mentioned in the winter because, of course, that's when the leaves come down of the mountain. I mean, we're talking hot tub. We're talking, like, if you have ever dreamed about being like, man, I'd really like to live in the country, but also have something shiny and like really beautiful and awesome and cool, fire pit, solar. I mean, tent sites, there's a dome. I mean, this place is just for the right buyer. I can't think of something that would be more fun to live on and to build out as this business. I mean, there's a gym. I mean, obviously parking, it's close to a farm stand. It's really, just really amazing. Like, it's one of those where I was like, damn, I want to live here.
It's gorgeous. I know. I was joking with Carla. We could leave our husbands, sell our houses.
We did discuss that before the show. I don't love my husband, but I'm telling you, it would be a close trade-off here. Anything else you think?
Oh yeah. There is a big garage, and there's an apartment over a garage. So there's so many dwelling units that are set up where you could do short-term, mid-term, long-term rentals. You could offer campsites. There's 11, like I said, 11 functional campsites built into the property. It looks like a really if you want to come and just have, your living and your business built in, if you're that kind of investor, it's right here. It's ready for you. To even have somebody paying to, live in that beautiful home and run it for you. I'm sure that the revenue is still going to follow from there.
Absolutely. I mean, this is just an exquisite property, for the right buyer. And I think, I'd be happy to show it to anyone. We're talking boutique style camping with real business opportunity for growth. So, I think this one is exciting, and I hope someone gets excited and contacts us. So, Miss Brittany, where can they reach you?
Yep. So you can find me at bping@ledgeviewcommercial.com.
Wonderful. And for folks listening, you can reach me at Carla with a C at porcupinerealestate.com. And we want to help you own a piece of New Hampshire. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.